Hello everyone. Well, in case you've been wondering where I've been if you haven't been on Facebook, well, I nearly died in the hospital. I had double pneumonia, and I guess as a result of that, my lungs decided to stop functioning. Therefore, I had to be admitted into the hospital in the ICU. In addition to that, I had kidney failure. So I had to have several sessions of dialysis, and I had to have 3 blood transfusions, and I had an allergic reaction to one of the antibiotics they gave me, which caused my whole body to break out in a huge rash, basically like a sunburn. I was in a medically induced sleep for several weeks, so thankfully I don't remember all of that. So yeah, loads of fun. Respiratory distress, you know, had to have a respirator, obviously. So the doctors at one point only gave me about a 5% chance of survival. So God was definitely on my side with this and answered many prayers on my behalf. And for that I'm very grateful. In addition to my miracle, my son is also a miracle. He is just now a little over 2 months old, and he is a preemie. He was meant to be born May 15th, but instead he was born February 22nd in an emergency C-section. And they even had to do the C-section in the ICU, which rarely happens. That's how critical I was. So they couldn't treat me until they took the baby out because they didn't want all the medicines and stuff to go into the baby. So, oh yeah, loads of fun. So here I'm back. Baby's healthy. I'm healthy and getting there. I couldn't walk there for a while because I was in bed for so long. So I've been going through occupational and physical therapy, which has worked wonders on me. And so there you have it. That's where I've been. So back to my spiders. Unfortunately, because I was gone for so long and there was no one able or willing to take care of my spiders while I was gone, I had a few deaths, unfortunately. So that makes me very sad, but many of them still survived. And as you can see, this is my larger Brachypelma albopilosum. And I'm missing my tripod, so I'm going to be pretty shaky. And I'm also missing my tongs, so I'm going to have to risk using my fingers. So, here we go. Yeah, I figured she would be very hungry. They have not been fed in quite a while. So, yeah. The reason, I'll go ahead and tell you which ones died. My Chilobrachys guancinensis died. He was a mature male, though. So I wouldn't be surprised if he died because it was his time. My Chromatopelma cyanopubescens also died. He was a mature male, and I was expecting his death anytime. But the premature deaths, the Brachypelma boehmei died. He got stuck in a molt. I found him dead in his molt, and that was likely as a result of lack of humidity because there was no one here available to mist the environment to make it easier for the tarantula to molt. So that one died, and I'm very upset about that one because that one was my favorite brachy. I also lost my, let's see, what other ones? Oh yeah, I also lost my Acanthoscurria brocklehursti. That one was a male, but he was not mature yet, so he died of dehydration, very likely. I'm trying to look at all my cages or enclosures and trying to remind myself which. Oh yeah, another one I was very unhappy about was my Phormictopus cancerides. That one died as well of dehydration, very likely. And there's one more. Let's see. I think it was either my geniculata or Colorado villosus. I'll have to double check on that. But anyway, so that's enough of this one. We'll move on to the next one. Bye! Thankfully this one survived because this one's one of my favorites. This is the Nondu chromatus. My crazy tarantula. Right now she's pretty laid back, but you know that could change any moment. Let's see if she's hungry. Her abdomen looks a little dark, but that didn't stop her. I still think she's got a ways to go. She's a large female, so she shouldn't be molting anytime too soon. Yep, but she's pretty laid back right now. But she can get defensive in a heartbeat. Oh yeah. And she's watching right now. She's cautious. Alright. We'll move on to the next one. Glad she's living. Classic threat pose from the Thrixopama ockerty. Points her butt up in the air. Yeah, she doesn't like to be bothered. Alright, let's give her some water and see if she's willing to take a worm. Of course, now she's hidden from us. She's shy, or he, whatever. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to sex this one yet. Molt too small, and probably tore it up in the process of trying to sex it. So, alright, let me see here. There it is, right there. Let's see. Let's see if I can drop the worm. Kinda. See if she'll turn around and grab it or back up. Of course, if I had my tongs, I could grab the worm and put it actually in front of her. But, I tell you what, I'll just get another worm. She'll eat it eventually anyway. Yeah, I know you're not in pre-molt. I think you're just spooked, is what I think. Oh well. She's gonna be stubborn. Oh, you got an extra treat for being stubborn. How about that? Now the secret's out, and all the other tarantulas know now that they can get more food if they're stubborn. Alright, we'll move on to the next one. Nothing to see here. Another survivor is my Acanthoscurria chicoina, which I'm very happy about. Let's see if I can dig a worm up for her. I can tell this is going to be less exciting because I don't have my tongs. She'd be in a... I'm surprised she's not in a threat posture right now. She could be mean. Yeah, it makes me wonder, you know. They have slow metabolism, so they don't have to eat so much. But it has been a while, so I'm kind of surprised. She usually eats like crazy, but maybe she's in pre-molt. I don't know. I guess it has been a while for her. So, anyway, she'll get it when she's ready. She'll dig it up. Alright, next. Here's my Nandu carapenensis. Doing well. Let's see if this one wants to eat. You never know with this one. These worms are really burrowed deep. Come on. Here's a good size for you. Like I said, if I had my tongs, I think this would be more successful. You want that? Huh? Of course you do. Good for you. You make me proud. Awesome. And I even got you some water too. How about that? Does that make you happy? Alright, you enjoy your treat. Alright, next. Here is my Phonopama simani. Has made it also. Let's see what we got here for you. Yes, that's my son crying in the background. My husband has him. Oh, come on, you know you want that. You gonna be picky? You're funny. Funny little T. There you go, I heard a crunch. Cool. Alright, move on to the next. Okay, so it was my Acanthoscurria geniculata that survived. The Colorado villosus did not. This one flicked hairs at me as I was trying to give it water. Wasn't that cute? Look at that. So this one did not die of dehydration. As you can see, doing just fine. And of course, you know, when I was in the hospital, I had no wherewithal to ask people to take care of my spiders while I was in that induced sleep for many weeks. Not that they probably would anyway, because there aren't too many people out there who like spiders. Most unfortunate thing, but anyway, the geniculata is alive and well. Alright, let's go on to the next one. This is my Lasiodora parahabana, and this one has been in pre-molt for the longest time. Let me tell you. See the black abdomen there, where it's hairless? So I won't be feeding this one today, but I will be giving this one some water. So you need to get with the program and molt for me. I'm ready to see how large you're going to get, and I hope you're a female. Alright, we'll move on to the next one. Here's my larger Brachypoma smithi, doing well. The colors look like they are starting to fade a bit, and the abdomen does look a little bit on the dark side. So I think we're going to wait on feeding this one as well. But I did give it some water, so should be good there. So we'll just keep an eye on it. But nice and healthy. Alright, next. Here's my very beautiful female Haplopalma lividum. Her abdomen is starting to look a little bit small, so we're going to offer her 2 meals. And that's assuming there you go. Let's see. You better get it, or you're going to have to work for it. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at that. There. Oh yeah, camera doesn't do it justice. She's a beauty. Alright, we'll leave her in peace. Next. Here's my Haplopalma longipes. Another survivor. Let's see how this one will respond to food today. Isn't she beautiful? She either hides in that hole down there, or she'll hide in there. That's a good girl, or boy, I don't know. I'm suspecting it's a girl, but she hasn't molted for me yet, so we shall see. Alright, and we'll give her some water and move on to the next one. Here's the behind of my Brachypalma vagans. Doing excellent. She can seriously whip around really quick if she wanted to. So and she, look at her, she is a stunning tarantula. And I see you need some water. We'll remedy that right now. Let you enjoy your meal. She's like, okay, goodbye. Alright. And thank goodness this one survived. This was my very first tarantula, my Grammostola rosea. And guess what? She has not eaten in over a year. So if you own one of these and you're like, Mary Lynn, what's wrong with my tarantula? She's not eating. Do not fret. This is typical for this species. They go on huge fasting periods, and then there are exceptions. There are some that eat like pigs, but many of them, such as this one, goes on long fasting periods. And look at the abdomen. See how big it still is? See that? All you need to do is make sure it has water, which I will give her. Keep the environment dry though. They like it dry. So that's probably one of the reasons why she survived, because she doesn't require a lot of humidity. Hardly any at all. Just make sure she's got water. But she still survived despite no one giving her water while I was in the hospital. So here we go. And I think she should be due for a molt, but it takes them forever to molt too. They're slow growers, Grammostolas are. So, and she's not as shiny and pretty as she was when I first got her. So she's definitely in need of a molt. And who knows when that'll be. But, you know, just for kicks and giggles, let's offer her a worm and see if, just for the heck of it, she decides to eat for us for once. That don't go in there. Well, so much for that. Oh, I guess you're just gonna have to go digging for it. Like she'd eat it anyway. Yeah, she's a sweetheart most of the time. Just depends on her mood. Alright, let's go on to the next one.